don't have a suitable vessel to grab the boiling soup. Ah, I see.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we need something to grab the soup with. Hey, we got a cultist. Oh, cultist mask.
Nice.
Interesting one. This mine is the worst. It sucks so bad here. I have been in some lousy mines, but this one really takes the cake. Everything smells like soup. The walls are slick with it. I swear, I can feel it getting into my pores. If I went to a doctor for a blood test, he'd probably tell me my blood is tomato, basil, bisque, or whatever. We finally managed to get deep enough to hear the master, but it turns out the dang soup table is higher than we thought. We're spending 90% of our time bailing stuff out and only 10% digging. I've got noodles in my boots. I hate this so much. Now the damn elevator's busted. It was always making a rattling noise, and the guys off shift couldn't sleep. That finally stopped, but it stopped because the elevator itself stopped and we can't move it at all. Why did we set up camp here? I had to spend the whole day scrounging around to find replacement 137, 59, and 23-pound compression springs for repairs. We'll install them tomorrow. Boss says we're giving up here and heading into a real deep mine they found up northwest. It's a shame that we wasted all this work, but hot damn, it'll be good to get away from this soup. I will never eat soup again in my life. Got the springs installed proper like, strongest behind the shortest bolt and so on, but there's no time to wrench everything down. Gotta pack. Not like the elevator matters much anyway anymore. I really hope I don't screw up again and forget my diary here when it's time to leave. I don't think I've ever managed to fill in more than 10 pages of the same diary. Alright, let's fix. Percussive maintenance. Percussive maintenance. You smack the elevator in exactly the right spot to perk the position all three of the bolts. All of today's work. Let's go!
Plus 6 mix galley, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I have the there was so much stuff since then.
Yeah.
Cultist leader's mask is plus 8. So
Yeah.
snakes. Grab some snakes.
This would have been an accurate time to call them danger noodles.
They are soup snakes, actually. All right.
Yeah, well, fight more, I guess. Does it
Big
increase
axe.
in difficulty?
Unlock with fluid. Insert fluid.
Yep.
We got a cube.
Yeah.
We got rum. And we got seltzer.
Nice.
That's really good. That's really good.
Jeez.
That's really good. What?
I mean, you might as well sleep and then use those. Those are really good.
I do have to wait 48 hours. I apparently have heat resistance somewhere.
In the soup.
Alright, super snakes. Ah,
Just
dang
two.
it. Dang it. They weren't lined up. There we go. Now they're lined up.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, 3 snakes this time.
The last one had 3
Oh.
as well.
Yep, yep. They're not lined up, fortunately.
They weren't lined up, so I did a shoot nanny instead. It killed one, but there's like no point. I have 83 XP, huh? much do I have? 163 and I need 320? Okay. What? That was 120.
The coldest mask equal Borderlands psychos. Yeah. Kinda.
All right, so now I should go sleep.
Yeah.
I need to wait 2 days. Oh,
Got him.
you dream that you're locked in a jail with a shadowy figure inside a giant cactus. And then you hear a cute little bunny whisper your name. You wake up ready to face a new day. Hungry, sober, refreshed, and restored.
Yep.
Sleep one more time. Dream that you're climbing a mountain with Tina while fleeing from a horse, but then you slip sideways into your mother. Wake up ready to face a new day. All right. So it's been 48 hours, I think. Let's eat some food. I can have 2 more food? Armor by 5. Any other stuff I have a lot of? Instant grits? I don't know. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we want booze. 7 Moxie's good. And I'm gonna go with the burial whiskey just to shore up my other stats.
Yeah, might as well.
And potions. Speed is good. Speed and AP is good.
Yeah.
Let's push Mysticality over 40 just in case. Plus HP. Sarsaparilla and Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. You were never sure how to spell this. You still aren't. Sarsaparilla.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's drink one of them. Okay, we are statted up. We are really statted up, by the way.
Oh yeah. Super good stats.
Logging permits. Yep, let's go. It has been 2 days. That was the idea. Crowbar. Nope. Not Breadwood. Ghostwood.
Alright. I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Oh, we found a curious abandoned well end. Alright. Leave well enough alone. Alright. Let's get that permit. I don't have to sign anything to collect it? Nope. Are you sure? No, sir. That's it. Holy crap. We are done. All right, Mayor. Here's your permit. Found the missing mail? Not yet. All right. Well, the soup shortage. We have Breadwood bread bowls. Okay, well, I know what to do about that. We're gonna hornswoggle. You know, judging from the apparent ages of your bones, I'd say it's pretty likely that the guy your skeleton is from is related to, or at least an associate of, the person who killed the buffalo your skull is from. In fact, it's possible that it could be the same person. How do you feel about that? Skeleton stares at you for a few moments, then looks at his hand, then attempts to bite the hand off. You stroll away as he attempts to wrestle himself to the ground. Soup is not for me. Did I already? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, we got our 5 bowls of soup. Let's go back to Breadwood. Oh. Hey, Wandering Sally. Where were you a minute ago? I don't really need anything from you, but I think... Sell a hammer. Buy another pickaxe. Buy you a carrot? Okay. Hey, Mayor. Got the soup. Skeleton raids. There's a military cemetery not far from here, and I figure something must have happened to the caretaker because military skeletons keep wandering out this way and causing a ruckus. Where's the military skeleton? Oh, yeah. I actually already sent the guy back, so let's go check this one out. Bite. This guy hurts. Okay. Are we gravediggers didn't start indexing at 0? Fine.
Alright. I'm back.
You're back. All right. Yes. So we figured out what to do with the soup mine. The mayor handed me a bunch of bread bowls.
I see.
Yep. And now we're investigating some skeletons, which
The Eternal Flame. It's funny because there's a book series I was reading where one of the characters kind of retires from. He tries to get away from his past and goes to be a farmer somewhere else, and there's basically like a religion based off of him and like what he does.
Yeah.
And he's called the Eternal Flame.
Ah.
Which is kind of funny. popped up here.
Ah, Chuck's house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it. This place looks perfectly normal after all, but you can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Cellar door. Man, I bet it's all kinds of horror down there, like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. This tree looks like it wants a hug, but I don't recommend that. It's probably just pretending to be friendly so it can suck out your soul.
Probably.
2 unmarked graves. Alright. Let's knock on the door. You knock on the door. A voice inside calls out, "Come on, come in. It's open." It's always open. The door creaks open and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Oh, sorry, I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes, it makes lewd sound like lewd. A bit and breakfast. I see. People also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, as this is certainly flowed like blood, but this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived. I see. Okay. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled sleep time and a Earl Grey. Alright, what's up with this? Aha! You've noticed my collection. Yeah, it's dramatic. It all belonged to my father and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? Haha, I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares, then resets when he blinks, which is not often enough. Excuse me? Yes, how can I help you? You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? That's what I slewed, yes. Can I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. What's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. Also, I have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. What kind of sausages? Look, long pork sausages. My grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right, I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way.
Oh no.
This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons.
Yeah.
You mentioned a special tea blend? Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Huh. Has a mailman been by here recently? Why, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here. In spirit. Okay, thanks. Sorry, that's private. It's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bedroom. Alright, gotcha. Okay, well,
no.
let's go ahead. It's locked, but is it locked to keep you out or to keep something in? Whoa, it's a Plotco lock. Those things are unpickable. So,
Goodness. I can't tell if this guy's a serial murderer or if this game is just being itself.
Oh, it's really funny because this is the sort of game where that'll just be the end of that.
Yeah, no, exactly. It'll make all these illusions and like it'll be. It's like this guy is super, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, but he just has a lisp and he's trying to do his best.
Yeah, well, there's no mail on it. Okay, well now what?
On the menu? Did you already ask that one?
I think I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Switch the labels. Well, now what?
Maybe what's on the menu?
Wait. Okay, yeah. Let's see what's on the menu. Specialty blend? Huh. Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my. I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my hood down for a few minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me.
Now you go to his room, I guess.
Yoink. Key.
Nice. Not gonna inspect him.
No. Going in. It doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected. Unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. Oh, yeah. A mailbag. As you're climbing out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness, you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yeah, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia, too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure, no problem. Here you go. The mailman walks away with the bag over his shoulder, whistling a cheerful tune. Well, that's sorted, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I love it. Locks and how to pick them. You've already learned. Aww. Modern snake oiler. 150 XP. Yep. We already have maximum lock picking. That's kind of unfortunate. That
At least you can sell it.
I will be selling it, but like, you know what I mean. It's just unfortunate. Safe Kraken 4.
Nice. It's only 12 fights now if I brought a. At least as long as it keeps doing 100 XP per fight.
Yeah. Yep, found the missing mailman too. He's on his way to deliver it. Excellent. I hope there's a new issue of Mayor's Monthly. Sounds informative. Start at the cemetery? Yep, caretaker's back on duty. Well, that's certainly good to hear. Those skeletons were a real nuisance. They sure have a way of getting under your skin. Now, about that lumber. Alright, well, you helped out me out quite a bit, so I reckon I can set you up with what you need for the bridge. Alright, cool. And now your other problems. Stolen yeast. We take our yeast supply very seriously here in Brentwood, and that dang yeasty gang made off with the whole lot.
Oh, jeez.
A couple of fellas said they saw them loitering around the old brewery, so that's probably where they made their hideout. We need that yeast back. Old Schmaltz Brewery.
I see.
It says beer hose. You're not really sure what purpose it might have served. Beer vat, or at least it's a vat. It's not guaranteed to contain that beer. Pure ethanol. Yay.
Wonderful.
Some kind of crazy yeast monster has apparently broken loose from the vats and eaten some of the bandits. I guess they brewed up something they couldn't put down. They could barely control it. You'll have to hop in if you want to prevail here. Oh. The yeast beast.
Jeez.
All right, half a ton of yeast. So this whole yeast theft biz doesn't seem to have gone well for you guys? Yeah, no, Oh geez, are you a bounty hunter? Relax, the mayor just wants his yeast back. He didn't say anything about hauling you in. Oh, okay. Well, the yeast is in that revolting pile. So what happened here? Well, we got bored of bread is all. I know a bit about brewing, and we figured if we came back with a couple kegs, nobody would mind so much that we stole the yeast. No offense, but it seems like you aren't much of a brewer. Hey. Well, ideally, you wouldn't end up with a ravenous yeast monster. That wasn't my... Okay, well, I guess it was my fault, but I understand what happened. These vats are old, and we didn't clean them properly first because we were in a hurry. I think there were some frogs living in one of them. You figured you could use the extra hops? Haha. Well, if you're sure you've got it figured it out, you could set up shop in Dirtwater. Oh? Yeah, it's turning into quite a little metropolis. I'd love to have my own place. Okay, I'll go check it out. And some Schmaltz blue ribbon.
Yeah.
Wow!
Ooh,
If only I still had some
good.
liver. This still doesn't up the liver capacity.
That's unfortunate.
Now he's too grumpy to talk to you. He's just angrily muttering about yeast. Alright, we're gonna arrest him. You're under arrest. For what? Stealing about 2 handfuls of yeast? Yes. And the sentence for that is what? About 3 days in jail? Oh. And Redwood does not actually have a jail? Alright, I'll let you off with a warning this time.
Schmaltz. Yep.
This dead guy's hat got knocked off and covered with yeast. Okay, but ew. This is a great hat to wear if you and your loved ones absolutely love the smell of dough, or if you don't mind it and your enemies hate it, I guess.
You just put $5 on a Clint Eastwood. Yep.
Crowbar. Ranch punch. Oh, let's go. It's just melee damage. All right, and one more problem. The missing bread. The baker boys cleaned our bank right out, and that's not a bit fabulous if you ask me. Fortunately, they haven't been too secretive about the location of their hideout. Can you get our bread back? I mean, the place is called Breadwood, and we have to have some bread. All right, the baker boys' hideout. Let's go. Hornswoggle! Some kind of crazy skeleton charges at you from behind a rocky outcropping. He's crazier than most animated walking human skeletons you see because he's got a buffalo skull for a head, and you aren't aware of there having been any buffalo-headed people living in this area, you know, historically. You stand your ground and wait patiently as the buffalo-headed skeleton charges you. Just before he reaches you, he trips on a rock. Being incredibly top-heavy, he's unable to keep falling over, and bones fly everywhere with a crash.
Yep, sounds about right.
Can you have tuna? This bakery has definitely seen butter days. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Loco wheat extract. Agave nectar. Pointy. These teenagers seem dispirited and they're trying to drown their sorrows with big mugs of water. Maybe they misunderstood the idiom. Hey, you boys wouldn't know about some bread that went missing, would you? Oh, nuts. I told you we'd get in trouble, Billy. Shut up, Jerry. Way to just blab everything, dude. Calm down, you two. The mayor just wants his bread back. Hand it over and the trouble you're in will be minimal. Ain't that simple, mister. We sold that bread for meat to start up this bakery. Why? Because we wanted to make something of our lives. Everyone in Breadwood is just bums. Plus, like, everyone needs bread, right? So we figured we'd make it big. Okay, well, no problem. We take the mayor the bread you've made and call it even. Oh yeah, no problem, except for the fact that we don't know a dang thing about making bread. Turns out, all we ended up with is weird lumps. Oh, that ain't true, Billy. The last loaf we tried was almost right. Yeah, sure, that one was nearly edible. We're practically out of ingredients. Maybe I can help.
Oh, no.
Unlimited bones, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I know where you can get an unlimited supply of bones. But we can't make bread out of bones. Gross. No, see, you grind it into bone meal. It's powerful fertilizer. You can use it to grow more wheat. Oh, huh. We do have maybe a handful of wheat grains left. They'll take forever, though. There's been some magic going on in that area. I think these bones will make extremely effective fertilizer. That's worth a shot, I guess. What could go wrong? Alright, draw you a map. The Baker boys sneak out to the buffalo pile and collect a load of bones, which do indeed turn out to make bizarrely effective fertilizer, as in you can literally watch the wheat growing. Grain seems fine though, and after a couple tries, the boys hit on a decent bread recipe and bake enough to cover what they stole from the mayor. Yeah!
Extremely effective fertilizer.
Extremely effective. Nope. Redwood. Foraging. Some blossom gin. Let's go.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, Mayor. Glad we avoided that. All right, so. Mayor looks pretty relaxed now that the camp only has one problem. Oh. Bad lumber deal. We're giving lumber to the railroad company for like no meat at all, and that's bad.
Nice.
Oh yeah, soup kitchen. Library. You've increased the library's collection by 33%. Yeast armory. And the bank. Alright, now to the abandoned well.
Nice.
Fight. Attach a rope. Anything else here? Nope. Alright. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Not happening. More teleporting. Push the button. It says Hotata. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Alright. Put in a small punch card. Oh, this is how we learn words. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Oh, jeez. You have so many punch cards.
I do have a ton of punch cards.
How many punch cards do you have?
I have a lot. I was getting a ton of punch cards for... Oh, nothing else to learn. I've learned everything.
Wow. Well,
Nope, not yet.
what?
I have run out of large... Okay. Stast. I still don't know. I don't know these words. How do I still not know these words?
The problem, large punch cards.
Yeah. Hi, alright. Can I read you? Current teleporter destination, education facility, and then select destination. Oh.
So it's currently the education facility, which is where you go to learn words.
Yeah.
Where does the drone fabrication go?
So drone fabrication must be where I can fight drones to get punch cards.
Yeah.
One punch card.
So now you have two things to fight. I have three things to fight. Okay. Now, are these the large punch cards?
These are the large punch cards.
Okay, good.
That time I didn't get one, unfortunately. But these also aren't really doing that much damage. So, dang it, I didn't get any more punch cards. All right, hang on. Let's just go back and see what... Oh,
Resonator.
that's it. Resonator. That's it. We're done. There was only one more thing to learn.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I press 6?
Seven, right?
7, yeah. If this is just Simon Says, then reverse engineer it.
What's going on here? Where is this?
It's the learning facility. Ah, these are numbers. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So it's literally just scroll through. Oh, it's baby toy? Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I see.
Okay, well, I got them all, I guess. Yeah, okay. I seem to have got it all.
Yeah.
Nice. I learned words. Okay.
Yeah.
Now then, you know what these are? Equipment oh, wait.
Okay.
Equipment fabrication. Bracelet or brooch? Oh.
All right. All right.
Plus 11
Whoa.
armor on
Oh
lapel? What's my current one? Nope, this is way too good. 11
That's
armor?
really good.
Okay, I'm unkillable.
Yeah, seltzer and a battery. The battery's just a quest item.
Okay. Auditory nuisance containment. Let's go. This thing's just booping. Destination corruption detectment. South 5, east 2. So something's going on with this. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And we can probably leave it at that one. We can leave that one alone because the other ones don't do anything for us anymore.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah.
back to the professor.
Yes.
We found some stuff.
Yeah. Then after the professor, I do need to go.
It's almost time.
I know.
Professor, I found this object. Annoying whining dome. Wow, that is annoying, isn't it? I hope it goes away when I fix it. What is it? Aha. Well, unless I miss my guess, you'll find this very handy. How's that? Well, I believe it's for manufacturing a variety of fighting tools, and presumably they're helpful ones. Otherwise, why bother, right? Oh boy.
Ooh, you're gonna get a gun?
Single-use combat items. Yeah, it's... I don't really need that. Did I get anything else? Nope.
Oh,
well, that's alright.
Is the left one, like, equipment?
No, this one makes keystones.
Okay.
This one makes batteries. Yeah. Okay. So, at this point, there's no more new locations aside from the camp and the Necromancer's Tower.
Nice.
So what we could do, we could see how well we would do at the DLC.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we were doing, but I think we were having a tough time with a fight. A lot of ice.
Maybe talk to the NPC from the DLC.
13 ghosts left on the premises. 4 on the first floor, 4 on the second, and 5 on the third. Science junk. Oh, when you find science junk, she gets stronger. Okay, cool. Turn on the lamp.
That's it.
Moxie and cold resistance. That might be useful here. I don't know. Stand back, etc. I got a bismuth bomb. I remember we needed that for something, but I don't know what.
Something for sure.
Best figure out the blueprint. Reducing the loudness of gunfire. Silent her, if you will.
And you can. Oh my goodness.
You've done enough damage here. Alright, so... yeah. Bismuth bomb. And, let's see here. Spiders? Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine.
That armor is really helping you.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
It's a mannequin? Boy, the spider must have been super disappointed. Why is it moving?
Super ghosts.
Oh. Alright.
Maybe shoot Nanny.
Ah. It's alright. It really doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
This hole contains approximately an infinite number of spiders.
That's pretty
Oh,
approximate.
That's, yeah. You know what? Let's
There's
go
a
back
wiggling.
over here. Hang on, I'll poke you a mouth hole. There, you were saying? Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? Just practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. That's something that requires a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect, right? And there's an old mannequin down here that's perfectly good for practicing on. We've met. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I would imagine so. I should probably get back to work. I can't be right. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Yeah, thanks. You can get out through the coal chute down the hall. Hey, great. Stop by the entrance later, and I'll give you the official museum greeting. All right, now let's investigate this.
Yeah.
Boiler's not on. Tank is pointing to E. We need coal.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.